today I am going to run the power wire for the battery relocation in the FD. I want to get that done just so I could have power to it, the battery in the trunk, before I get the intake manifold back with the polisher and the fuel system and all that other stuff. So gonna do that, and then hopefully everything goes well. I still need to make like a little like a tray mount for the battery, but for now it'll be better than what it is. Pulled the fender off the FD, and what I'm planning on doing is there's this little spare grommet right here, and it goes right in there. You can see it right here. And I'm gonna run the power wire through this grommet, plug it back in, and then run it down the side in that little channel to the trunk. And then from here, I'll run it through that little triangle hole you can't really see down there, and then right over here to the alternator and the starter. So it should be nice and close. The cable ran in the car. I haven't put any ends or anything or connected it, but it's pretty much going to be around in this area. So I left that amount of wire just so I have enough extra, because once I cut it, I won't have the ability to extend it. So always extra wire. It's not even like that much. So it runs right here along with the harness. Around here it'll be all tucked, and then comes down through here, runs along the door sill right here. See, there's the wire, and then comes up in here right there, and then goes directly out the hole in the fender well right here. And then I drilled that hole in the grommet, so all I need to do is make this wire long enough, put it through the grommet, put the grommet in, and it'll be ready to go. Okay, so the interior is all back together. I ran that wire over on this side, put all the trim back on, and over here I put the panel on there, the kick panel, and or the scuff plate or whatever, and then all that over there. So now I just need to work on the wire from here to the starter, and then I should be in business with power. I already did the ground. The ground is right there, and once that's done, I should have a nice battery setup that's not gonna light this car on fire. And then later on, I'll relocate all these fuse boxes and stuff to where the battery's at in the back. But for now, it should be good to go. So I think I'm done with this for today. I'm gonna put the fender back on, but you can see I ran it through that grommet right here. And it goes up, comes through that little triangle down there. You can see it runs right there. I haven't put ends on it, so it runs right down there by the fuel line, and then I'll go to the starter. A wire will come from the starter to the alternator, and then for now it'll go from the alternator. A wire will come from the alternator to power this fuse box and the other fuse box, and then yeah, I'll be good for now. And when I relocate all these fuse boxes, then that one wire will just be redundant and it'll go away, and then I'll just have a wire going down to the alternator, and that's all the wiring you'll see for battery power. So the FD is back together. I just need to get some 90-degree ends like this, so I could solder these onto the end of the wire, and then I could heat shrink it, then put the little rubber guy on there from the original one right here, and then I'll be all done. So I went in my container and grabbed that little splash pan, and I'm gonna throw it on. I should be able to drop the car off the lift after I do that, and then it should be ready to go. It looks like it needs a little bit more coolant, and other than that, I'll probably take it for a little test drive. Looks like it's gonna rain though, and you know, then I could see if it's good or if it's bad. Maybe wash it oh, and I need to kind of button up some of this stuff, kind of screw stuff together, and I need to put some bolts, I think, coming up, and then the fender like liners, I need to tuck those back in. What else? I think everything up here is okay. I'll probably wipe it, and then over here I need to bolt the nuts in, and I think other than that I should be good with the Audi. So probably just have to give it a wash and clean the interior just a little bit. The interior is not too bad, and after I'm done with that, I'm going to come over, and the Supra needs to so the issue with the Supra is Trevor did the tubs, and there's nowhere to stick the fuse box. Plus, you really don't want the fuse box in the engine bay. And since I'm always wiring stuff, Trevor wants me to wire in a, well, convert the little engine bay fuse box. I already deep-pinned the harness. Everything that's needed is right here. All that wiring, pretty much, I'd say 75% of it's going to be gone. So here's the little fuse box that I had him order, and it pretty much is normal. It has fuses and relays. Okay, so the bumper is on all the way. The splash pan is on. I need to get some more of those little screw things. They're like a little weird, like, notch. But yeah, everything's put together. This is pretty much on. It just doesn't have, you know, anything. It needs some of those screws up front, but all the back is definitely all bolted up in the back. And this has like a lip, so I figured that would be better that it actually sat up in the lip, so it wouldn't flop down instead of it hanging down in the back. So I'll get some more of those little screws, and I think now I could set it on the ground. I screwed that screw in. That gap is pretty much gone, and well, actually it kind of matches the rest of the car. So I don't know what's up with these lights. They kind of like tilt in. I don't know if they're supposed to do that. It kind of looks like that's how they're supposed to be, is tilted in. And this piece of the bumper is just, you know, how it is. All right, so I sprayed the Audi off. I cleaned the wheels with that iron fallout stuff. That stuff works really good. Makes them look really nice. Another thing is that I took it for a drive, and the traction control and all the lights that were on the dash turned off, so looks like it's good to go now. So I'm actually pretty excited. Runs, drives. I'm going to go to Audi tomorrow and get that little plug for the head, put that in, and then I can drive it home. I don't really want to drive it home with it like just open, because I don't want anything to get in there. I don't want any dust, and I also don't want any oil to just like run down the front of the engine. So I'm definitely glad that this thing is done. One project down. 7 million thousand hundreds to go. Okay, so I'm pretty excited that the Audi is finally finished. Now that I don't have to worry about it anymore, I can work on other projects. I bought another 3000 GT. It's a SL. I just bought it for the body panels, the hood, the fenders, the doors. It's a 97, so it has the I guess those bumpers are kind of unique, and people actually like those as much as the 99 bumpers. So I'm going to probably end up pulling all that stuff off there and going to put it on mine, just so I could actually get it drivable again and be able to park it outside, lock the doors, and not have it just sitting in the garage taking up a spot. So I want to paint it, but that's going to be later down the road, I think. I don't think I'm going to paint it right away, just because the fact that I want to paint it all at once. And the color that I'm going to paint it is a pearl, a metallic pearl. So it, you know, if it fades, it'll kind of be hard to get it to match all the same. Plus I want to paint the engine bay, and I'd have to pretty much strip the whole car again to do that. So I don't really want to get it any further apart, but there are some things that I'm gonna, you know, I'll probably end up painting the front bumper, the hatch, the wing, the sail panels, pretty much everything that I could keep inside so it won't fade. And then I'll go ahead and paint the rest of the stuff once I do the body. But for the time being, I'm just gonna put it back together and get it so I could park it outside and it's drivable. But I think that's it for this video. I'm glad I got the stuff done, and I'm gonna start definitely working on some other stuff. Tomorrow, I was thinking about doing it tonight, but I don't have my crimper with me. So I'm gonna do the fuse box inside the Supra, and it will be, so the headlight, I'll kind of run it like my 240. I'll run, actually, Trevor said he's gonna get a little cooling duct panel. So I'll probably have the fuse box in there, and then the lights will just L, because that's what they normally do. So I'll just reverse it, because I think they go to that side and then L, but I'll just have it come out, L to the lights, do all the fog lights, turn signals, headlights, high beams, all that. And then the blower motor, relay, the fuses, everything will be in the car. This is pretty much how I'll look in here, other than this one pressure sensor right here for the AC. I'm gonna have to run the wire for that. So that is gonna be the only wiring right there. The harness for the wiper motor comes up through the thing right there, so you won't see that. And I think the only wires you'll see for the chassis harness will be for that pressure sensor on the AC system. So will definitely be interesting. And you know, I've never you know, tucked a harness on a Supra, but I definitely am really good at wiring and tucking. Like I did the giveaway car in a night, tucked that, I put the fuse box in the trunk, and ran the wires for the headlights and all the lights up front. So you know, I don't like fuse boxes in the engine bay, but you know, that'll be tomorrow's video. Hopefully you guys like the videos. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Click that bell for notifications. Comment below. Let me know what you think of the videos, and see you guys tomorrow.